Kane Brown, it's great to see you. It's been too long. Lots to talk about, lots to play. First of all, on a personal level, I'm really fond of you, man. How are you? How's life in isolation? How's the world?
Man, everything's been great. We've been, stuck at the house, but we've got a lot done. We took advantage, put in a new driveway, new fence, new pool.
Wow, you've been doing some landscaping, some hardscaping. You just been scaping.
It's been a blessing, and I got time to spend with my family. We just had a new baby, so it's been great just to, get to watch her grow up in the house. So it's been
That's
awesome.
amazing. Congratulations. Parenthood is the greatest gift of all, and something that can inspire your creative process as well in a big way. And I love that, in
Yeah,
and amongst all of this personal change, you're also continuing to make some of your boldest, most pop and hit leaning music yet. I mean, you write big songs, but this one, Be Like That, is an out and out smash, man.
thank you, man. Yeah, man, we were excited to get that one. When we got Swae on it, and it was a little harder to get Khalid because he was traveling around. He was in Tokyo, and
He's a ghost cat. He's a ghost cat. He's a snow leopard, man. He is not once he leaves your radar, he's like he
we
vanishes.
had to fight for that one. And he was like, "Man, I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna get on it." And like 3 months passed, and I was like, "Bro, where are you?" So he jumped on it, and we were blessed with his presence.
We're going to dive into your playlist, which is brilliant, by the way. Some amazingly crafted pop music, some real classic standards in the country space too. It really covers the spectrum of your taste. But first of all, I just wanted to ask you a question. I think the timing is right to ask it. When we first met on the phone for the first time, when you first came out, I could tell that you were very thoughtfully processing everything one moment at a time and just trying not to get too far ahead of yourself. And I thought that was really self aware and really mature for someone who was being touted and being hyped so much. You just weren't buying into it. Now you've had like considerable and consistent success. And so you're moving into you really are in career mode now. I wonder, kind of, with the benefit of hindsight, how those first couple of years were for you. And you were so much younger, and you've lived so much more since then.
Man, it's hard. It was hard. I felt like I was constantly having to watch what I say because you got publicists over here. It's like you got to do it this way. If you're talking in an interview, don't mention that. Like I would have an interview and I'd be told I couldn't say that again. So I'd be like, well, what can I say?
People have your best interests at heart, and they want to guide you in the right way, especially if they feel that you need to gain experience in order to manage your own career and your own thoughts. But it's hard when you're a young, aspiring, independent thinker to be told, don't do that. And it must have been a strange turmoil for you to think, I have to trust this person, but no one's ever told me not to say something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And I was coming from, I was working at Lowe's and Target. So, I mean, my bosses told me what to do, but other than that, I didn't have anything like that. Um, So yeah, I was just, trying to figure out where I was in place, who was because I'm super like I have to know you before I start talking to you. So I was trying to find out like in the industry who could I trust? Like with radio people, like who really liked me, who was just saying that they liked me because I was talking to them. And so I was just a quiet person, but I'm coming out of my shell right now.
Look, man, I liked you from the get. And I recognized very early on what you represented, which was a turning point for the music you were passionate about. A lot is made of this. And I think sometimes we put a lot of pressure on the artists to be part of change when artists are just following their own private instincts. But there's no doubt in my mind, whether you realize it or not, that you were at the turning point of a change for country music and that you signaled a change for country music. Do you accept that and feel like you're part of that conversation?
Well, see, for me, man, I feel like I'm just a little guy just doing music. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just yeah, I'm just doing my thing. I don't know because I feel like for me, it's like music was already changing. With like Sam Hunt and Florida Georgia Line, and like I felt like that was my open doors when I heard them. So I feel like they kind of made the change, and I'm just kind of the guy that's kind of jumping on that train, but kind of switching it just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I'm turning the train that they started.
when it comes to writing at an observational level now, there's a lot more at stake. When you're a young artist and you can draw and pick on all your experiences, you can choose how much you want people to know. Now you're a father, a husband, more people know more about you. Those are real emotions. Raising your child is deep, but equally, you have a job to protect those around you when it comes to putting those emotions into music. And I'm fascinated by the trade between protecting what is yours and giving us more of yourself as you grow.
I can keep being me. I can keep giving, everything that I've gave. Whenever my wife says I've gone too far, that's when I'm gonna have to cut it. But she hasn't done that. So I guess I haven't, hit that line, hit the mark yet. The more you open up, the more people that can connect with you. So, and I think she understands that because she's an artist as well. So,
I've been married for 20 years now, and so I can relate. It's the best club in the world. How did you know? How did you know that this was the person you wanted to build a family and a life with?
well, when she came, I got her to come down to Nashville, and we hung out, and it was just like she was fun, she was cool, like kind of like a little mini me, only a little blonde haired girl. But she first came to this bar. We were in Tampa, uh, Tampa Bull. It was like 1,500 people, and after that, she flew down. I forgot that I was going on tour, so I had her come to Nashville, and I was going on my first big tour the next day. And so I was like, "Shit, I'm going on tour." I was like, "You gotta come. You want to come, or you can either fly back home." So she was like, "I'll come." So we pulled up to this amphitheater, and I was on tour with FGL, and she was like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "No, no, no. I'm the first of four. Like, I only get like 14 minutes on stage." So, but it was just, I guess, that experience with her, just being out with FGL, and just, I was excited for what I was doing. And then, they were up there like singing Holy and all these love songs. I remember just holding her, and it was just like such a cool moment. And she's just been with me ever since.
I mean, to be able to share what you're going through, we talked a few minutes ago about the fact that you would just get close to people and then you'd have to leave. And you wouldn't get to share growth, right? You share moments, but there's no invested growth in that experience. So I can imagine it was really, really gratifying and almost a relief for you to know that all of this road that's in front of you, as your dreams start to come true, you're going to get a chance to actually share it with somebody and not have to search for these moments anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, babe, I think I found my therapy guy.
You
I'm
can't
just
afford
kidding.
me, man.
Oh, he said I can't afford it. My bad.
Let's talk about Dua Lipa, Break My Heart. Wow. And she's just, I mean, it's otherworldly the way that she approaches her career. You know what I mean? Like I feel she just showed up and people could assume it was already made, but I knew Dua when she was spending 3, 4 years trying to get that attention, trying to be like, I'm here, and no one was really paying attention. And now it's like, how could you not have paid attention? She's like one of the best pop stars on the planet.
I have a special move for Dua songs. Um, I call her, like, when I go into a store, like I won't Dua Lipa playing if I'm shopping. I feel like it'll make me buy more clothes. You know what I mean? Because like I'll just be looking through, and I'll just be like, I like this, like throw it over my shoulder. Like that's just, I don't know, when I hear her music, that's just what happens.
We're playing Maroon 5 right now, Nobody's Love. Adam Levine, who has become more than a pop star now. He's a pop culture icon, really. I mean, you get yourself on primetime TV like that, and start showing off your torso on the Super Bowl. All right, there you go. You're an icon status as far as fans are concerned. But let's not detract from his ability to write. Maroon 5 has stacked up so many smash hit records over time. They were really not supposed to be, in my opinion, when they first came out. I never would have banked on them being long lasting. I was like, this is a couple of albums deep and that's it. And they've just built this incredible catalog of amazing records. I mean, are they one of your favorite bands? I mean, is Adam Levine like someone you look to?
Man, well, when they were back in the day, like they were that band. You know what I mean? Like they were the band that everybody wanted to be. Um, and then as that era kind of faded away, they just adapted.
That's Adam, man. Adam is just like Adam's just he sees it like a matrix.
That's what an artist is. You know what I mean? It's like somebody that doesn't like you have I'm not saying you can't be an artist and be in your box and know what you do, but I'm saying like an artist that can adapt and move forward and like that's just a futuristic artist, and that's what Adam is. That's what I'm hoping to become, but that's what Adam is. I mean, that's what Marshmello is. Marshmello is not going anywhere anytime soon either. Like he's going to be that guy that does that as well. So, that's the type of stuff that I like and I love is when you can just do stuff that nobody expects you to do and it still be good.
As someone who has the power of observation at your fingertips, and you've used it to navigate social situations and to protect yourself, it must be really useful for you when it comes to absorbing learnings from people like Marshmallow and the kind of artists that you've met along the way that you can just cherry pick these qualities and say, I like how you moved there and I see what you did there and I understand how you made that work. Do you look at it in the same way you look at it when you arrive in a new high school or a new town? When you walk into an award ceremony, are you like that person, someone I'm gonna learn from? That person's a dick. That you know what I mean?
No, so like I do that. I'll meet somebody, um, and I will take qualities that I like from them. I don't like there's times where their qualities sometimes will only work for them, but when I see something that will work for me, I'll try and take that and acquire it. Um, like Post Malone, he came down to Nashville and hung out with me, and which to me, I feel like I'm super friendly. When my fans come up to me, I take pictures. I rarely say no unless I'm in like a hurry. So Post comes down, and as big as he is, like this huge superstar, gets swarmed when he comes to this bar, not only by fans but by other country artists as well. And so I go up to him and I'm like, dude, do you need me to? I'm like his security now. I'm like, do you need me to get these people away? And he's like, no, man. He's like, I love it. I want them. I want them to come say, hey, they like, without them, I'm nothing. So just to see how cheerful he was, like I thought I was cheerful to the fans, just to see how cheerful he is to the fans, I was like, okay, I got to step my game up now, man.
Post is one of the most immediately charming, disarming human beings, let alone as a musician. If I saw Post, it doesn't matter what his occupation is or his profession. If I saw him in a bar, I'd be like, I'm knocking at least three down with you.
Yeah,
I'm doing at least three rounds with you, and I'll buy two and you can buy one. Like that's how charming he is. Like I want to spend time with that guy. And he has this ability to disarm people. And yet what I love about him, and I think I recognize in you, is he also maintains a healthy sense of privacy. Like when he's out, he's out. Like he's made a decision. I'm out. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? When I'm not out, don't at me. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, no, 100%. He's just a all around good dude, though.
Justin Bieber. I had a chance to talk to Justin around this album. We had a long conversation around this R&B album, and what I learned from that was that there was a real person, and I knew that obviously, but he wanted everybody to see a real person who goes through a lot of challenge and a lot of struggle, and amongst all the success, and it was really on evidence in this interview that we did. And you've chosen intentions here, and it sort of begs the question for you: um, how do you protect yourself from other people's expectations? Because when you're successful, even the most simple relationship, like fan to artist, which is what drives the whole adventure, can lead to expectation. As a fan of yours, Kane, I wait for your music, and sometimes I get impatient. That's pressure without meaning to apply it. Do you know what I mean? And I wonder how you protect yourself from that, because you've got to protect your artistic spirit, right? And Justin was saying that in his interview.
Justin's a little different than me because, I mean, hell, he's been as young as he is. He's been doing it longer than most artists that have been in the game for a minute. You know what I mean? What was he, 16, 15? No, 14. Yeah, so you got to think that's already, he's 26 or 27 now. That's already like over 10 years that he's been in the game. So a lot of people don't realize that. Like he's already surpassed so many people in longevity, released so much music, always having to, everybody knows him. Everybody knows his face. Like I couldn't even imagine. I'm me walking around. I couldn't imagine being a Justin Bieber or a Taylor Swift walking around. That's gotta like, it's just gotta weigh so much on you. So for him, also just in the releasing music, like he's released so much. It's like I'm pretty sure. Not only is he changing and evolving and wanting to do stuff different, but he's also wanting to write better songs and just maybe even hang out and just be a normal person for once. So, and he's got all these people pulling at him and tugging at him, and people just don't realize that he's human.
Last song, Kane. I love my country. I want to end with a big one. FGL, you talked about them before. Powerful, powerful, artists. How instrumental to you in terms of helping you get to where you wanted to get to and taking you on that early tour and giving you that experience?
Man, they took a big chance on me, and I appreciate it for the rest of my career. They took me out. I think I only had done 6 bar shows before I had went out with them to amphitheaters. So you got to think you're going from 1,000 people, 800 people to 17,000 people. And the only song that I had out was "Used to Love You Sober" that was doing anything, which wasn't really on the radio at all.
No, it was on Beats One. That was about it. We were the only ones playing it.
Yeah. So then we were first of four, and the Cadillac 3 was out with us. And so I had no production really, but they had these big ass poles that said, what was it? TC3, yeah. So I looked like I was the Cadillac 3 because I had their shit behind me. There was maybe what, 4 to 5 thousand people out there. Like at the early beginning, traffic was coming in, so people. It was an amazing experience, especially like getting to hang with them, and then like I said earlier, having my wife there. It was my first time getting on a big tour like that, just seeing everybody as family. Then after half the tour, they started bringing me out with them, and I was a nervous wreck because the amphitheater was actually full, and I'd never seen that unless I was in the audience. So it was awesome, and I appreciate them so much, and I appreciate you, man, and everybody that's helped me in my career, and it's just been great.
You too, man. Getting to know you was a joy, and I'm looking forward to the next time we speak already, man. And thanks for taking some time and picking some music. And the music's been weaving through this conversation effortlessly. And I feel like it's just great, man. Every time we talk, we get to know each other a bit better, man. I really appreciate every opportunity.
Yes, sir.